Evening, guys. Welcome to to Open Panel Tuesday number 11. And bringing on screen right now, Cyphex. Hang on. Okay, loading you in now. Yeah. Hang on. Hi, Cyphex.
How's it going, dude?
Doing okay. Doing all right. Yeah. Okay. Parker says he wants to join, but I think we can wait till we see. But I think we can bring him on board. But first, yeah, let me get him on.
Yeah, I sent them the link and everything. I don't know. They tend to be delayed a little bit every now and then, so we'll see.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to push it too hard on them either. Besides, it'd be great to get to know know them more too. And of course, oh my God, Parker, careful with what you type, please. We also gotta be ready for anything. Anyway, let's begin while we wait.
For some reason, my YouTube isn't loading, so
yeah,
it's acting weird. I might have to reset too. I said my couple of my channel or I don't know, my internet's not. It's weird. I'm able to connect to the StreamYard, but all my other tabs aren't opening, so I got to figure that out.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Donkey Kong. Let's see. Here's how it begins. Donkey Kong. Yeah. Get this up. Here's the topic of tonight. Donkey Kong and everything related. Also featuring Diddy Kong and more. Yep. Yeah. Let's read through. Donkey Kong Country is the first game that got me interested in the character. Donkey Kong Country series is a video game series in the Donkey Kong franchise, although it usually stars Donkey Kong and his sidekick Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong also ends up kidnapped in several games. The series is a platform series.
Yeah, it was the first. If I remember right, it's like one of the first games that used 3D modeling and stuff like that. It like introduced it into the Nintendo world.
Yeah.
So it was like the first big step towards all that stuff. That really did it.
Even though the first video game featured him as an antagonist, but fast forward to 13 years later, and he's more of a main character in his own franchise, separate from Mario within the world of Nintendo. Although it usually stars Donkey Kong as his kick Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong also ends up connected in several games. The series is a platform series. The series was started and produced by Rare until they were bought by Microsoft. Remakes are included in the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo 3DS handheld series. Wait, hang on, let me see. The series was later revived by Retro Studios and their game Donkey Kong Country Returns. And the Donkey Kong series also has well-received reviews and has greatly impacted future titles. The Donkey Kong Country series is also the inspiration for a very similar series created for the Game Boy system, known as Donkey Kong Land series. And down here, Cyphex, as you can see, are the games. Oh, hang on. Are the game of the Donkey Kong Country platform series, featuring. First up is Donkey Kong Country. The series' first game is Donkey Kong Country, which was released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1994 and is known for being the first game to use pre-rendered sprites. creating a 3D effect throughout the game. Here, Donkey Kong is different from his appearance in previous, due to the new Donkey Kong being the grandson of the original, who is older and now named Cranky Kong. In the games, the Kremlins steal the banana horde. Donkey Kong Lake takes his sidekick Diddy Kong to stop King K. Rool and get his bananas back. The game has been released for Wii U, and new Nintendo 3DS through Virtual Console.
Yeah, in the original manual too, with the Donkey Kong Country, Diddy Kong isn't even like he's actually not really his friend. Like he's just there he tells him to guard the bananas or whatever, and they're actually not really friends in the first one. Like he kind of becomes a faux sidekick as far as like what the game story is in the manual. Because there's like a 4-page manual that it came with. I was doing some research on it, and it was pretty interesting.
Hey there, guys! Thank you for coming.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hi, it's an honor to have you on board, my dualies, and thanks for coming to keep Katie some assistance, Peter. It's well appreciated too.
No problem. I'm interested to learn about Donkey Kong because I'll be 100% transparent. My mom never bought me a Nintendo 64 when I was a kid.
Well, the original ones were on. I think the original ones were on SNES, right? The first three.
Super Nintendo, wasn't it?
Or, Super Nintendo.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. My mom was like, "Video games will rot your mind. You don't need to play them." But then proceeded to buy me a PlayStation 2, which I was like, God's gift.
Yeah, I hear you there, Peter.
Going from no system to a PS2, that's a pretty big upgrade, man. Like,
we had a bigger mom.
I did the whole thing, man. I went from Atari to to Nintendo to Super Nintendo. Then I had a Sega, and then PlayStation, and so on. I've had like almost every system. Like I probably got them somewhere in a storage somewhere, just collecting dust. But
yeah, me too. And I always wanted to keep playing the original game when I was over at my friends or relatives or cousins' place. But sadly, I never actually got the chance because I kind of feel like they've been too sucked into the games back then. But hey, at least I know they're still popular up to this day as well.
Yeah, the only one I didn't have was the 64, but all my neighbors at the time had one. So like I was the kid with the PlayStation, they all had a 64, so we just trade off going to people's houses.
Yeah.
But, all the Nintendo games they had all the best multiplayer stuff. You know, they had Smash Brothers, Mario Kart.
I do play a lot of Smash Bros.
GoldenEye, stuff like that. The stuff you could sit around.
That's just great now.
I hear you there, Katie.
I do admit I was always the asshole who always played as Oblong and threw the hat. I was the guy like throw the hat. That's my brother hated that stuff.
Yeah. I never even got to try out the other two games. Well, but I did, however, in fact, play the 64 version, and God, it was quite fun too. Lots of humor, lots of fun worlds to explore, and quite a lot of baddies to pounce on. And up here, of course, the Nintendo 64 has the expansion pack included. Yeah, this came out in 1999.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't actually beat the game because I kind of sucked at winning at the arcade level. Yeah.
The 64 game, it's one of those, like, if you try to go back to it now, it's like tedious because there's so many collectible things. It's like notorious for being ridiculous in that. And I mean, at the time when you're playing it, you're probably not really collecting all.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hey Parker, welcome aboard.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Good.
Hi, thanks for keeping us company, Parker.
Is it glitching?
Well,
You're good, Parker.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, each of these characters right here, you see, these are all the 5 playable Kongs. Each of them has their own abilities.
Give me 1 second. I gotta turn down some music that's playing in the background, okay?
Oh, careful.
Right,
I always envisioned Donkey Kong kind of like the Toomba games. I don't know, Sci-Fi. You ever play Toomba? on the old PS1 game.
Fuck yeah, dude. Toomba was
I'm
the
sorry,
shit,
but like,
dude. I love Toomba, man.
Severely underrated. Whenever I find
Dude, there was so much to that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's so much to that game. You have to like keep going back to the same areas once you get other items and unlocking shit.
Once you get, like, the
I remember
pig suit
it was probably like
lava. Oh my god!
It was probably like 5 or 8 years ago. All of a sudden, I started having memories of that game,
guys.
and I was like, and I couldn't remember the name of the damn game. And then I found it, and I went to try to play it, and I sucked at it. I sucked hard at that game.
Dude, it was like a weird game.
Yeah.
It was all about timing based jumps and stuff. It really wasn't like skill. It was like, can you make this jump correctly? And it was so much.
And like doing the swinging around the trees to jump just right at the right angles. Yeah,
I also remember like you had to jump on the seagulls at the right time to like launch yourself off of them to the next area. And I still remember that beach town. My brother was the only one able to get through it. I was watching. He's like, "Yeah, we're doing it." And I was like, looking back, I was like, I didn't do anything. I didn't help him, but it was such a fun game.
Old school games like that, or like when I remember stuff like Donkey Kong, makes me remember like playing Sonic and like Vector Man, shit like that, dude. Those games were the shit, man. I love that.
You know what's crazy? Though?
Hey,
I played Sonic when I was younger, though. I had on PC, and I just thought it was like weird. Just going looking.
I refreshed so I could make it not glitch.
Okay.
All right.
What was that, Parker?
All right.
He just refreshed, so he's trying to make it so it's not glitching.
Oh, great! It's still out of sync. Great.
No problems, Parker. We always make mistakes here. Anyway, I also like to show you guys.
If you watch it through StreamYard, you'll be on time, but don't watch it through the YouTube. I only have YouTube open to comment on stuff because my comments don't work through StreamYard. So
yeah.
You've been banned off
Anyway,
StreamYard? Is that possible?
You have to connect your
I'm confused. Like you're saying, don't. Like I'm confused. How am I supposed to be part of stream?
If you're gonna watch the stream, watch it through the StreamYard link. Because that's gonna be up to date. Usually StreamYards is a good like 20 to 30 seconds behind.
So close out.
So
Parker. Sorry if I had to interrupt, but I'd like to entertain our guests here with something from the 2010 Donkey Kong Country Returns game too, if you don't mind. Yeah, I like to entertain our guests. Yeah, I've been doing some. Yeah, I've been doing some test runs. I've been doing test runs over the past couple of weeks, guys, just to make sure I didn't hit any copyright strikes, because I can't just read stuff online, but I also like to keep the guests entertained too. Now, if you're ready, let's effing go.
Heard you guys talking about Toomba, bro. I was upstairs at it, chiming, bro. I love that game.
Hey guys. All right.
Yeah.
I got it fixed now.
Hey, Parker. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I love this game.
Hey, turn this down. This is the first boss of this game. See, I'm hypnotized.
This is like the easiest boss in the game.
What was the name of those guys? Like the Tiki Taka or something?
They're called the Tiki Tak Tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Parker knows.
Good one.
I know my lore.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to study mine.
Mario in all those games where you just had to land on their back. And like old
yeah, basically like Mario.
Yeah, that's like my approach when I like.
Yeah, and you're gonna love this one, as I needed to find something.
I like the fact that they did, like, as much as people like King K. Rool, I like the fact that they created new villains for these two games that they came out in the 2010s. It shows that it's like, unlike the Mario franchise, it's not stuck with the same old, you know what I mean?
Just fighting Bowser all the time.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Bowser's a good villain, but he gets tiresome eventually. But to be fair, I guess that's what the spin-offs are for, I suppose. Wait, what's wrong with the computer?
I just need to. Now we can put a zoom. Big Bang. Look at it.
Hey, I bet it's gonna have the motion control thing. Anytime I tried using the motion controls when I was a teen, I could never get good at it. You know where you punch them in the face?
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, I hated that because I could never get it right.
Yeah, but watch.
Let's see how it's done.
Wait, this game was on
Hit him.
Wii?
Yeah.
He just
Well,
hit
the
him with a
original
raging
version was
demon
on the
from
Wii,
Street
and then they
Fighter.
just
Dude.
ported it to the Switch.
Yeah.
He just hit him with the raging demon from Street Fighter, dude. Like,
This game was on the Wii, the 3DS, and now it's on the Switch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool.
I used to do the Wii too. Yeah,
The
I was
Wii
totally
was one of the
into
best
it.
systems.
Definitely.
Do you guys
Yeah,
remember
the
that
Wii
game
was a
on
lot
the
of
Wii,
fun.
the shooting game where you actually had to go through and move around? It was like one of their biggest like flagship games. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a samurai game too. You had to use a sword to fight as well.
Yeah. I
Was it
remember
a 2D
yeah, it
game
was like
or
one of
a
the first
3D?
ones.
Yeah, I remember playing at my friend's house. I was like, holy shit, we made it. This is it.
Yeah.
Remember the
And
PS?
so you get tired after 30 minutes of waving your arms around, and you're like, all right, I got to switch the controller, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a pitch I want to tell everybody.
Okay.
Go for it.
What if
Hang on,
King K.
guys.
Rool was in a Donkey Kong spin-off movie from Illumination? I know who could probably voice him.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be Tony Todd because he just passed away.
I know,
the day-
that's so unfortunate. May him rest in peace.
Yeah, he was the villain in the second Transformers movie, which is my favorite of the Bayverse films.
People
Parker.
hate on those movies, but I don't understand the hate.
Yeah, people are.
On Transformer movies?
Yeah,
You mean the robots that are in
They're
disguise?
supposed
right?
to be schlock. They're not supposed to be cinema, you know. They're supposed to be fun.
Oh, so yeah, the Transformer movies are great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's the thing though. I've only watched a few. I only watched like. Here's the thing though, is that I haven't really fully watched the movies. I've seen clips on them on TV. when I was
Parker.
young. Yeah,
Wait,
sorry.
you can't even make that statement.
It's like,
I'm just saying that people are making a fuss about it. I know I haven't actually.
Terrifier
I'm
3,
just
but I've heard it's kind of like,
But anyway, so,
I've never
did
seen
I
it.
lose
But
my
I will make
opportunity
a
to
very
pitch
strong
my-
opinion about this.
I'll say no. The Transformer movies with Shia LaBeouf are really good. After that,
yeah, they are.
They're fun. They're fun to
I
watch.
think,
Like
Mark
just
Wahlberg
watching
took it up
robots
in
explode.
I will say Mark was objectively a strong character in this. I
What?
enjoyed
No,
it,
no, it's not.
especially the part
Okay.
where they talk about the Romeo and Juliet law and they show the card.
Yeah, Hollywood's like,
Oh, yeah, isn't that the that's the fourth one or whatever? The,
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg.
Why did
So-
they
Yeah.
even have that in there? Was that a Michael Bay decision?
It
that was a Hollywood being
did-
like, that client list is about to come out. We need to make it very clear
Yeah.
where the cutoff is.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
They're
should
filming-
I lose
they're
my
filming
opportunity to
some
pitch,
backwoods
or
state that has that law still. Like,
are we
Yeah.
going to get right to this part, or do you think that I can quickly say?
I'm going to
who
show
I think-
everyone, Parker. I'm going to show everyone what each of the Kongs in the Nintendo
Ah.
64 version can do. Also,
Yeah, I
friends,
heard that game.
Bayverse-
I've never played that game. I hear it's good.
Yeah, the Bayverse films are another thing I like to have more dualies on for discussion for. Now I like to show them what each of the Kongs in the Nintendo 64, DK64 can do.
Did Rare
First,
make this like the 2D ones?
Yep, rare. Now let's play. Here's a clip. So, first is first. Donkey Kong.
Wait, how is this a full game walkthrough, like a play along?
Yep. Yeah, I played this game, Peter. It was really fun too.
No, I mean, like, how long is
It's
the video?
basically an open world Donkey Kong game.
Yep. Yep.
I think I faintly remember
About
this.
17 hours. I was like, I
It
did not
is.
expect this game to be 17 hours.
Oh,
If
17 hours.
someone was like, it's an
Relax.
8-hour game, it's an old NDS game. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Relax, guys. I'm only going to play clips of where each of them
No,
gets
no,
the
no,
best.
no.
I was really like, I'm sorry, but
Sorry,
like,
guys.
Toomba, if you go back and play Toomba, it really isn't that long of a game. It's maybe like solid 6 hours.
yeah, if you can beat it, yeah, if you can beat it,
If you can beat it. I still haven't beaten it, by the way. Like, I'm not going to claim I never ever did, but it really,
I was
didn't-
terrible at Mario 64.
You know, like, their old games really weren't that long because you only had a certain amount of space.
I think more so Peter
Plus, they
saying
didn't have the
simply
second
them
joystick.
down.
They only had one joystick for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are games like Skyrim that you can play thousands of hours. Red Dead Redemption 2, you can play thousands of hours.
What I love about
Yeah.
the Donkey Kong games is they don't got a time limit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's true. Yep. Yeah, and they've got. Oh, check that out.
There was a game that was like an adult game.
remember they sold those stupid bongos. They sold the bongos
yeah.
to play the games with.
Is
Yep.
this one of the? So is this a castle level or is this just a regular level?
This is the second level of Donkey Kong 64. Angry Aztec. Yeah. Yep. I have a good memory of it, guys. I remember
I
playing.
feel like it flowed. Like this time must be playing on a computer because I don't remember it flowing.
Not appropriate to say on YouTube.
Sci-Fi, do you ever play any emulators on your PC?
You know, I was trying to download one last night so I can mess around on Donkey Kong, and so I'm trying to find a new one. I had one before, and I would play like old Pokemon games and stuff.
Okay, so I've used my phone has an emulator for old Pokemon games. That's why I play. But if you're ever looking for it, Citra is a good one for it. You can use that one.
Citra, I'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can connect my PS5 controller to use it because
I put my PS5 controller to my PC and just use that.
Can you use a GameCube controller if you were to play like Nintendo Switch Online?
Thank you.
So
well, I don't know how you connect the GameCube.
Yeah.
like
if you were is this game on Nintendo Switch Online, or am I thinking of a different game?
I'm pretty sure most of these old ones you can find them.
All right. Now for Diddy
Kong.
Kong.
This is actually kind of a hard question. What do you think?
Back 1 minute. Gotta answer my door.
Make it down.
Yep. Watch. Jetpack.
I'll say Sergeant JP. I'm gonna have to leave in like 10 minutes because remember I have to do some of the stuff for the channel. I just want to get
I'm sorry you have to do this.
I was like, no, we wanted to come on. It's just we are so behind since we just got back this week. There's tons of stuff I have to film.
That's
no problem, Katie. There's always the next 2 weeks as I've scheduled on the super chat I sent you on my birthday too.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Anyway, there should be enough time to.
Yeah, I was say not to rush you or anything. That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to let you know, like I will have to leave in a little bit.
So, in your opinion, what is the best Donkey Kong game?
This one is mine so far.
That one's your favorite? Did they make a new one?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, so far they got an updated version of the 2010 game coming up next year.
I mean, like a new with improved graphics and stuff. Yeah, it's just a
updated
remaster.
One. Yeah. So, Peter, go ahead and ask a question for both of them.
Yeah. Hey, what do you guys think is objectively or for you? What is the best Pokemon game from the old school ones, like Game Boy Advance, Game Boys, all of the DS and all that?
Platinum. The main ones I played growing up were the red and blue were the two when I had them on Game Boy, and then the last one that I liked, I think it was Platinum. I believe it was.
Yeah.
It was
Platinum or Gold and Platinum.
Yeah, I think it was Platinum though.
I remember trying to play. My mom bought me Yellow as a birthday gift, and I was like, man, I really want to play this game. And that was the hardest game I've ever played. By God, your Pokemon are weak. You don't feel strong, and then when you get to the Final Four, the Elite Four, you're just like, oh, it turns out I thought I was ready. I was never ready.
Yep.
But I've been playing Heart Gold on my phone, which is such a fun time.
Yep. Yeah, I played that game too, Peter. It was quite fun, especially with the expansion of the lands and stuff.
The cool thing about it as well is there's cheats built into the game itself, so you can get up to Gen 4 Pokemon. So
Peter just likes cheating.
Exactly. He's like, man, my Pokemon are real weak. XP them bitches up.
I just remember doing the infinite Master Ball hack in the old ones.
Copy and paste. Turn your Game Boy off so you could transfer to a new box, and then it would be there in 2 spots.
There was a little infinite glitch you could do at one of the islands or something too. You just did a bunch of stuff and it just did a circle. Yeah, it was weird.
I remember doing that with the rare candies. The infinite glitch for that. So you have probably 100 rare candies, and it's never train my Pokemon ever again.
So that happened with Breath of the Wild, where there's a glitch that we could.
Hey guys,
welcome to bonus day.
You're in for a real.
I'm still getting used. I'm trying to still getting used to this computer thing.
You're good,
yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Wait, I thought you had to leave. Haha.
I said in a couple minutes, not right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, I'm so stupid.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't worry.
You think in modern times it will allow.
So is this a boss battle?
No, this is actually one of those.
This reminds me of Super Mario 3D World. One of those mini boss type levels where you fight enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a little mini game inside of it.
Yeah, that's basically what this reminds me of. I feel like this is
like
This reminds me of Tumba whenever you're trying to collect the coins and you have to do like the little area and you're trying to get as many coins as possible before the time runs out, and it was so hard.
Well done.
Yeah, good one.
My voice, for some reason, feels like I could be a voice actor if I was in that room.
Yeah, my voice sometimes feels like it's different when it's on screen as well.
My name's Morgan Freeman.
Let's get to the next one. Yeah.
I have a YouTube short you can watch on my channel that of me doing it. Basically, it's a parody. You would have to watch it to understand it.
Yep.
Wait, which one is this? Lanky Kong?
Chunky Kong. He was from the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah, he was sitting next to Diddy in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
If you had seen the movie.
Oh, I've seen the movie. I love that new Mario movie. I still, however, have some nostalgia towards that 90s movie. Guilty pleasure, albeit.
Get a load of this. Oh, you'll be in for more than that. This Kong can grow in size.
Okay, guys, I'm about to leave real quick, but Peter's going to stay on with you for a while.
Thanks, Katie.
Okay. Nice to see you guys.
Take care, Katie. Yeah. Yeah, I could have found better clips.
It's like sitting in the middle. It was very awkward to sit to the left side of it with like by yourself.
Yeah, you can rock two mics at once, man.
I know, dude. It's like honestly, that's kind of pushing it. It's like kind of like a situation I don't mean that. Too many mics for my mouth.
Yeah. Well, this is fun too. Yeah, it's fun to explore this.
What have you guys been playing recently?
Oh, I've been trying. Well, I've been playing Pokemon on those new versions of Pokemon. You know, Scarlet and Violet. I've been playing the Scarlet version on my Nintendo Switch handheld. You know, the shaped like a Game Boy size. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I haven't decided whether
only thing I've been playing is Diablo 4 lately. Just because my buddy bought the expansion, and I was like, "Okay, we can all play together. It's fun."
So, okay, I was kind of good to talk to you about that. How do you feel Diablo 4 compares to Diablo 3?
The newest version of it right now kind of feels a lot like Diablo 3. Like my rogue is almost a direct copy of it from the rogue.
Are you playing? Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
but I want to ask Sergeant a quick question. Are you going to be making a live stream dedicated to this rumor you can see on the side of the screen, the Denzel Washington rumor?
Well, I'm sure our dualies can cover that too.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be a live stream, just be a video. Anybody else can be honest.
Maybe, but
you don't have
to be careful.
Sorry.
I can't wait for Denzel Washington to do his like Training Day impression during Wakanda.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've been hearing mixed things about that movie already. So, but I'm going to see it on the 22nd.
I still think it's going to flop because it's so expensive.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back.
For me, the only game I've really been playing recently is Lost in Paradise, which is basically a Soulsborne Final Fantasy game.
Oh, right on.
Dude, I love Final Fantasy games. Been playing this all my life.
Look at that.
Yeah, I got stuck on Final Fantasy 14 for a few years there, man. I was just rocking the hell out of that.
That's how it was for me with Destiny 2. I got sucked into that little abyss for about 7 years, and I was like, "Oh, that's time flies."
Were you referring to this bazooka gun? You know, with the pineapples and stuff.
Parker, wait, so Denzel's going to possibly be a recast T'Challa? Wait, I thought that T'Challa was recastable. Oh, wait,
he's not going to recast in that. There's no way.
Nope.
Because they hate recasting because they hate male characters. They got to always have females.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's continue with Chunky's bazooka pineapple gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite fun too. Funny as well.
Look at how versatile it is, even though it's supposedly heavy.
Yeah,
Getting shot by a gun that shoots pineapples may be a fate worse than death. Because just shoot me at that point. But getting hit by like a rocket launched pineapple, that would probably just crush your sternum.
That reminds me of the.
If you ever shot a potato gun before, it would be that times like 3 times as high. Man. That shit.
It turns out like a 2-pound pineapple hitting your chest will cave it.
Oh, yeah. So you could die from a pineapple theoretically?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Survive.
I mean, shit, when you eat a
pineapple,
pineapple actually eats you back with all the acidics that's in it. It actually attacks your tongue. So it kind of attacks
you. If a sponge can live in a pineapple, then a pineapple can definitely be used as a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, pineapples can be really hurt. Can really hurt if you
I definitely keep a pineapple inside of a sock beside my bed, so when a person comes into my house, I eat them with that pineapple.
And you can turn a pineapple into a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Now let's move on to. Yeah, and not pineapple face, if you know who I mean.
Is this Cutie Kong? Who's this?
Tiny Kong. It's Tiny Kong.
Okay, because I got the name confused.
Yeah.
I think I might have accidentally said the name of one of the characters from Banjo-Kazooie, I think.
Oh, yeah. This one can shrink.
Banjo-Kazooie is technically set in the same universe as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Rare got sold to Microsoft.
Yeah, that's a pretty. Yeah, I saw that on the. Yeah.
Hopefully, they can work something out and do like a collab or something to remaster the games for updated graphics.
Yep. Yeah. In this size, she's able to go through small holes, even
Can
logs.
she fly with her hair?
Yep. Just like Dixie Kong.
Yeah, Dixie Kong in the Tropical Freeze, yes.
I do love those.
You know, the one character in that game that is invincible to damage is the one with the surfboard, and the reason he's invincible is because literally, his skateboard prevents him from dying for some reason.
Oh, you don't say.
The only way he can die is kind of like similar to like Nabbit from Mario, where like he falls to his death off screen. You know what I mean?
You know what that reminds me of? It's like, I don't know if you guys ever played the original like Spider-Man game on the PS2, like the very first one.
Oh,
it was a fun game.
Oh yeah,
but it was also ridiculous that
I
if you were whipping through the sky, you could fall to your death. It's like, bro, where's the ground? And then number 2 comes out, they're like, oh yeah, fix that.
Technically, a game where you can't die but you still lose is. Have you ever heard of the game Eco? That game, you can't really die, but you still fail if you don't do certain things.
I'm actually used to being a discriminant failure. So.
Are you not familiar with Eco? It's the prequel to Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, really? Oh, you know that game? Okay.
They're all set. So you've heard of Last Guardian as well?
Yeah.
Those games are technically set in the same quote unquote universe, even though they're anthology stories and not connected at all. Would it be cool if Sargent did a live stream about all the different bosses in Shadow of the Colossus? That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I'm not familiar with that kind of game, Parker, but as you can see,
Shadow of the Colossus is. But like it's basically the rated T version of Dark Souls, except there's nothing but bosses in that game.
To be fair, you're legitimately destroying the world. Yeah. So.
Yeah, to be fair, you are kind of playing the bad guy.
You're the hero to no one. You've legitimately thrown the world into turmoil. Have fun with that knowledge.
Yeah, you're basically just finding random creatures that did nothing wrong and you're killing them.
Yeah, Kleptra. Yeah.
Hey, so is that balloon just for points, or was that something important?
I'm gonna be honest. The fact that you're shooting feathers kind of reminds me of Hawks from My Hero Academia. It's like shooting like feathers at people. His power, wings.
Oh yeah. 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 This is the hive that he is inside. Yeah. Even Kirby had the ability to shoot feathers out of his head when he was Wing Kirby.
Kirby can do basically anything. He's more versatile than Yoshi.
Yep. And very interesting too.
If you ever choose Kirby in Super Smash Bros. Against me, I will literally call you a cheapskate and a cheater. So it's heads up.
You know what's the weird thing about Kirby? The weird thing about Kirby is his villain, his nemesis, isn't even a real villain. He's just like Wario, where he's greedy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, King Dedede.
My character in Smash Bros. Ultimate is Corrin.
Technically, Kirby is the quote-unquote bad guy because he always breaks inside his castle.
Corrin or I go Little Mac. Those are my go-to.
I go Corrin, Bowser Jr. or
Steve. I hear is the most OP.
I like Wolf a lot too. Wolf's fun.
So I hate Wolf because his like lunge attack.
Because he just shoots everybody with a gun.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, cool. I'm like,
you know what's weird? Brawl is rated T for teen, but when they bring him back for Ultimate, that game's still E10 plus. Make it make sense.
Dude.
Well,
I don't think you guys ever got the DLCs for the Smash Bros. Like Sephiroth comes into that thing, and he's actually like my favorite character to play against because he's like I'm just a dick with it. I just use that charge attack and kill people. Just keep
Sephiroth is dope. Yeah. He's fun.
It's so crazy. I was so shocked that they introduced Minecraft characters to Smash.
To be fair, I get every time we always play random. My brother and I, like we always choose random. We don't choose characters because it gets boring. So every time I get Steve, I'm like, well, this round is going to be a wash.
Yes, I hear Steve had to be banned from tournaments because he's so OP.
I heard his jumping and getting back onto the ground or to the stage is pretty strong, but.
Be fair, his game isn't a platformer. His game is a sandbox game.
That's true. That's very true.
You know, it'd be cool if whatever the next Smash Bros. Game is, they get Master Chief finally.
Oh no, I kind of.
Now we go on to the last one.
Well, I guess that's pretty unlikely, and also I don't know if every character needs to be in Smash. So
also, you have to make a deal with Microsoft.
Well, they had to make a deal with Microsoft to get Banjo-Kazooie to be in it. So,
honestly, if the next Smash, I kind of just want them to put like more Pokemon characters into it that make more sense. Like,
what if instead of being a new Smash, it's like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where it's the same game but extended even more?
I mean, that's what they're doing with DLC, anyways. So,
well, they're apparently they're done with the DLC, but then again, the next console, whatever it's going to be, they're just going to probably port more stuff. So because they're lazy.
Speaking of, let's check out this one with Lanky Kong.
Yeah, Lanky Kong. He's basically the Spider-Man of Donkey Kong. no, more like Mrs. Elastigirl, basically.
Elastatang.
Elastatang. Orangutan. Really?
Yeah. And look what he does with those hands of his too.
Yeah.
Doing spins like a top and then stretches his arms out and
he ran like Crash Bandicoot.
He reminds me of the Indian Street Fighter character that you breathe fire and his legs and arms stretched. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about? Like the monk that can literally just stretch his arms out and like punch you from a distance.
It's like Sabbath or something like that. What's
I could punch the distance.
Yeah, he was the only character I could ever win the game with because he was so
go the distance, punch the distance. Yeah, of course.
I just noticed this. That's King K. Rool's face on the ground.
Yep.
Makes sense. I mean, this is probably one of his layers.
Yep. Okay. Now I like to show everyone else the next thing. Here's the next one.
I heard Jungle Beat's pretty underrated.
Yeah, in this game, you also get to use the drums.
Are they required?
Yeah. Well, they're optional too.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I heard this game introduced evil Donkey Kong characters.
Yeah, evil Kongs called the Boss Kongs.
Yeah. This was kind of before Returns, where they had non-King K. Rool villains. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played these ones. The last one I played was Tropical Freeze, and that game was hard as fuck.
Tropical Freeze has the one with the Vikings.
Yeah, it's like the Viking penguins or whatever.
In the second original Donkey Kong Country, they had the Kremlins become pirates, so it's kind of ironic that they also had Vikings. And Vikings were basically the primitive versions of pirates, basically.
Yeah.
What do you guys consider to be the hardest game we've ever played?
Oh, by far, Crash Bandicoot.
Really?
Crash Bandicoot? Oh, that game's easy as hell, man. What are you talking about?
Well, I guess it's because I've never played Dark Souls.
Crash Bandicoot on the same level as like kind of Ratchet and Clank. He's like, it's hard to a degree.
I had a girlfriend in high school. I went over to her house. She had that game, and I beat it in an afternoon just chilling with her. And she was like, "I've never beat this before." And I was like, "I haven't played it since I was like 10, man."
Ratchet and Clank. I got stuck on the final boss until I finally beat it. I was like, "Thank God."
My Elden Ring's pretty high up there, but once you get overpowered in it, it becomes a lot easier.
I've been thinking about wanting to play a game, but I gotta find out how to get it. Gotta get it digitally because apparently my PS. Well, actually, I heard you can put a disc drive, connect it to a digital version, which I've been thinking about doing.
That way, you can connect external hard drives to your PlayStations.
Yeah, I searched on Amazon. Apparently, you can, like I said, you can buy a disc drive and you can connect it to a digital only PS5. So you can have the option of physical or digital.
No, I try to get digital only because I don't buy games, and they're like, yeah, you had to buy the more expensive ones. Like, you bastards! I did not want the disc drive.
Yeah, I bought. Yeah, I
feel bad for you, man. I really do.
It sucks now, though. It's like, to be fair, like my PlayStation.
Those bananas are so big in this game.
Games anymore because they're exclusives.
Those super bananas aren't that big in returns in Tropical Freeze.
But now you're going to see what else is coming next.
Hopefully a boss fight because I love. Ooh! Oh wait! I thought that was a boss fight for a second. Oh wait!
Yep, it is.
Fight? Wait, so
does
every level end with a boss fight? I'm confused. Or is this not? Or is this just the end of the world?
Every second level of the world.
Perfect for Chris Brown. I'm saying this now.
Oh
yeah. Here's Diddy Kong.
Oh, this game's shorter than the other games.
Yeah, because of the feature.
Kind of like how Shadow had a very short game, even though I heard that game wasn't that good.
Well, there's said to be a movie based on that game coming after the third Sonic.
Unfortunately, Tony Todd's not going to play whoever that character was you were suggesting all those times ago.
Yeah, it's a bummer, and it's a bummer that Tyrone Magnus didn't even bother to interview the guy. Because he voiced the Venom, that he was so happy and excited to play as in the middle of the level. Peter doesn't even like that version because of how woke the game is. And no offense, Peter. No offense.
What was that? Sorry,
Peter. You remember that on Discord when I posted a meme of Venom? When I posted on Discord. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, sorry. All it is, but the Discord, I was trying to get everything organized. That's all I wanted to be.
Yeah, sorry again too. Anyway,
what's the stream going to be? December 3rd. You were inviting me for
Spider-Man.
That's cool. I'll be there.
Yeah. Anyway, we should take a detour now. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
There's also a television series of the Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah. I even watched a double toasted video on one of the episodes. It was hilarious.
It has all those terrible songs in it.
Yeah. Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah. Be honest with you, I don't blame the animation because this was back in the 90s. So
this honestly reminds me of that old TV show called Reboot that came on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in the internet. We don't understand it fully, but there's people in there and they fight evil viruses.
Do you do most of the clips for Hold My DualShock?
Andy and I, from our childhood, a lot of the things we pull. It's like Gundam Wing is my favorite anime, or one of my favorite animes of all time. I am obsessed with Gundam. I still have all my toys.
There's this terrible show. I mean, it's hilarious, but it was called Perfect Hair Forever. You ever seen it on Adult Swim?
I've heard it, but I've never seen it.
It's hilarious. There's only 7 or 8 episodes. They're only 7 to 8 minutes each.
Really?
Dude, you'll find gold clips in there. I'm telling you, man. If you just check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just every episode has something you could clip out because it's an anime that makes fun of anime kind of. Everything in it is just absurd. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Gintama, Gaitama. I can't remember. The one basically is they're so meta with some of their jokes. I'm like, bro, it's so funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that Ghost Stories dub. That shit.
Dude, the Ghost Stories dub is hands down the best thing I've ever seen. I have watched every clip of that.
Yeah.
on repeat.
Yeah. Oh. They have it on Prime right now, Prime Video.
They do? Is it the dub one? Like the messed up one where it's like
where everything's all crazy. Yeah, it's like the English dub that's all just insane. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it was like the cat. It's like either it was a ghost or a bitch because whoever did it is like, oh, be careful, it's a bitch.
I gotta admit though, even though I was defending the animation, it still looks bad. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It looks a little sloppy too. Yeah.
They used motion capture by what I've heard.
What is the motion capture like?
Yeah, they actually used. This isn't just animation. They actually had the people do motion capture to make the movements feel more realistic. If you know what I mean.
You don't.
This was this was like the middle of the 1990s in the technology.
They did that for the first. They did that for the first Donkey Kong games too. They did it after Mortal Kombat did it with all their stuff.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat still had it do like the 2D fighting, and then they did the 3D rendering with Donkey Kong was the first one to do it.
Oh,
that's
Speaking
why
of cartoons, I got 3D on DVD Super Mario Bros. Super Show like seasons on DVD.
I'll be back.
Unfortunately, I don't got a DVD player right now.
Yeah, I only use Xbox One as a DVD player nowadays too.
That's why I'm thinking about getting a disc drive because currently my PS5 is like the only system I have besides the Nintendo Switch, and it does not. It's a digital only version.
Yeah.
I hope I haven't been talking so much.
No
problem.
It's gonna be kind of hard. I don't think you can really convert it. You would have to take apart your PlayStation 5 to put the capabilities of the disc drive, and even then, I don't think you can still do it. I think your best bet would really be like trade it in and try to find someone who wants it.
Wait, so you saying it doesn't work? I thought that was the whole idea.
Wait, a digital only be able to play disc?
Okay, so let me explain. So you know how like similarly, you know how like they announced that terrible PS5 recently. You know what I'm talking about?
Pro.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently there's already been like a thing called a disc drive you can buy that can connect to a digital PS5. So that's not something exclusive to this, the upcoming flop of like seriously, that was a terrible thing that Sony did.
To be fair though, the digital version is much more appealing. Mainly because
don't get me wrong, I love the system and everything. A part of me kind of misses the old days of physical discing, if you know.
I do too. But
I just prefer to have the physical disc if I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, because as much as
I tried to buy Warhammer 40K and I went to GameStop. I didn't really look into it. And they're like, oh, it's only digital. I had no idea. That sucks.
You know what you do, Sci-Fax? You go online, you tear it off your PlayStation, illegally download it, and then you're good. You have it saved.
No. Don't say the word illegal. Say go to the high seas.
Oh, sorry. Immigrantly download.
And legitimately buy something with the authorization and totally not doing
discount online. Is fun.
Yeah.
Say hi seas and code next time.
Any good?
Anyway.
What was that?
Have you been playing 40K?
Yeah, Space Marine 2, the new one that just came out. It's a lot of fun, man. It reminds me of like older, maybe what's it called, like Gears of War style.
It's really
like Gears of War, but it's a lot more fluid, and it's just it's pretty damn hard too. And then
is it multiplayer or is it like a single player game?
It's multiplayer. It's I believe it's up to 4 players. Like
that's kind of cool, actually. Like kind of like a 4-person squad. Is it story campaign or is it like online?
So there's both. You can do the campaign, and then some maps are you kind of get different setups. But when you play the multiplayer, you can actually pick a class. And there's, I believe, 4 different classes to choose from. And they all have like slightly different abilities. Some have like swords and jetpacks, and other ones do other stuff. It's pretty cool. And there's PvP in it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
How does that work? That's interesting. You're using your guns and all too? In PvP?
Guns and swords and everything, yeah. And people just duke it out.
That actually sounds pretty badass.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and take a look at these pirates too. One of them was from the game. Well, 3 of them were taken from the second Donkey Kong Country game and brought into the animated series. And this one is called Scurvy. He was voiced by Neil Ross. Who was famous for voicing one of the Constructicons and voiced as well as the Autobot that's called Springer. He was so far the only voice actor I've known that was in the show. You know, he voiced that Scurvy, the captain of the.
When you say his name's Scurvy, like the disease?
Yeah.
Like from not getting that vitamin C?
Yep.
Is that why he's orange? Like,
well, yeah.
Playing on the ideas like, I'm actually very malnourished and I live in the high seas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his special ability. It just gives you rot gut. It's just like, he just hands you a bottle of Jim Beam and you die.
Your special ability, or your second ability, is actually called bow legs. Being on the high seas, your legs are curved inwards now. Have fun walking on flat ground.
You may pick up awkward women at 2:00 in the morning.
You are proficient in Shisanti, though, so have fun with that. You're multi-classing as a bard. Heads up.
Yeah.
It unlocks your hidden singing abilities. It's great.
Yeah, 3 of each. Yeah,
there is a time limit because
you get an achievement king of karaoke. Like,
yeah, kind of like King Karul. Yeah, speaking of Karul,
Cruel.
You did mention earlier, Parker, that he underwent different aliases in each of the sequels after the first one. Yeah, here it look familiar.
He's kind of a fun character to play in Smash Brothers too, though. He's interesting. He's fun.
Yeah,
I always in Smash Bros. Too. Whenever he loses his crown, I never understand what that means. Like,
it's because he throws it and then it takes time to regenerate before he can throw it again or whatever.
You can pick it up.
Oh,
so what does that mean? You can throw it yourself?
Yeah, you throw it. You throw it like a projectile.
Oh, is it okay? I've always seen it on the ground, but I was like, I don't want to pick that up. It looks stupid.
Yeah, I think he can't use the ability unless he has it on him. It's supposed to like come back to him like a boomerang, but then sometimes it drops, and so he loses the ability.
All right, that makes a lot more sense. I was always curious. I'm like, my brother and I were like, should we grab that? Is it powerful? Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to survive, dude.
It's just an extra projectile to throw around. Yeah.
Yeah. And these Donkey. Yeah, and speaking of Smash Brothers, this is where we are now. I mean, I even played the first one back in '99. It only lets you play up to 8 to 12 characters in the game. But when we come to Melee, you get up to 25 and even more special moves, and more stages.
Melee was my game, man. I dominated people with Yoshi all the time in that.
Yeah, I dominated a lot as Bowser as well.
I was just so terrible at it.
It was quick, man. I could do like we would always fight with 3 lives, and it's like I'd beat all my friends in under 5 minutes, no problem. Like, throw them off the edge and down spike them. They didn't know what happened to them.
You're a bastard.
Yeah, I got damn good at it too.
It's like I have one move. It's pretty unstoppable. Have fun trying to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, and you jump back with Yoshi, and as you're coming along the cliff, you just grab them with the tongue and egg them off while you land. And people will be so confused. Like, what?
Can you do that now?
Yeah, you can still do it, but the egg breaks a lot quicker. Before the egg would just like plummet, and it was real hard to get out of.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah, now all the new stuff is really floaty. It's like it's really easy to come back. The game is a lot floatier. Like it makes it like every character a little more even. But I mean, some of those characters can still juggle the hell out of you.
Yeah, they sure can.
There's some characters that you can like literally like use their like. I mean, Sephiroth is one of those characters you can fly up and survive from pretty bad falls too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of those characters. Or like I said, I use like Bowser Jr. and he comes up in the helicopter. He can come back from like anywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm back. I had to take my dogs out. I was trying to see if they needed to do something.
Oh, your dogs. Oh, usually
my dog.
Usually we. Okay. Anyway.
I'm sorry. What did you think I was saying?
No, nothing, Parker. I thought it was Peter's dog. You know.
No, my dogs are just Rossi is lying down and Negan is passed out.
Oh, okay.
I just see. Two?
Yeah, I have 2 dogs.
Okay. So what happened while I was gone for a while?
Just talking about Smash Brothers.
Cybex was teaching me the trade secrets of how to be a bad person in Smash.
Yeah, and Melee.
Piss off your friends and lose them all too.
The man, the legend.
Dude, they never wanted to play over at my place. It was great.
I have one rule and one rule only in my house. I play Yoshi. And you know what? I'm going home. See you later.
No, I could play every character, but that was the character that nobody wanted to play against me as, because you could juggle the eggs and you had way more control on where to shoot them. So it's like if you played it right, you were kind of surrounded all the time by attacks, and nothing could ever hit you. It was messed up.
Which games is Diddy Kong in Smash Bros. Games?
I think he came in Ultimate or the Wii one.
Brawl.
Whatever the Wii one was. I think Brawl. I think that's when they introduced him in Brawl. I don't think he was in Melee.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
You know what's the weird thing is that the Wii U and 3DS version, even though they're supposed to technically be the same game, like it's that's the weirdest installment. You know what I mean? Because you have the two different versions. You know.
Yeah.
It's the same game.
It's kind of like comparing Pokemon Sun to Pokemon Moon. They're the exact same thing.
The same with Red and Blue. They're the same. You just had a different. You could only get certain characters in each one.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was.
By far, in my opinion, that is the worst thing in gaming history. Like in all games, making where you have to have two different versions of the game to get certain.
Skylanders had the exact same problem.
Well, with Red and Blue back then, you could get a cord, and so if your friend had blue and you had red, you could transfer the characters over.
My brother had gold, I had silver, and that's how we traded between each other.
Huh.
Yeah, and there was little hacks you can do to level up, like a cheese way of doing it. I don't remember all that.
I hope Power World doesn't get sued by Nintendo. I hate them.
Will 100% be sued.
Yeah, but Nintendo is the wrong person in that situation.
I mean, it's
they have no seriously. Do you it's like Call of Duty trying to sue Battlefield because it's a shooter game. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's not really comparable. It'll be more like if you took Skyrim and you made a complete game. It's not called Skyrim. It's just called Winds of Winter. And the entire game is you are in that same mode and you're doing all the same things, but just different names slightly in different designs.
And I'm assuming it's. What are you saying? This would be a Game of Thrones game, or that's just the name?
No, I'm just saying. I just threw a random name out. I did not mean to say Winter. That was the first thing that came to my head. I was like, shit. No, it's. I mean, if anything, they're lucky. They'd be like, it's parody. It's parody.
What I'm trying to say is that Power World just was trying to make a fun game, and Nintendo is trying to be a buzzkill.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Nintendo is really hard on that.
It's not like it's a Pokemon game. It's totally different in terms of its. I actually hear the Pokemon games have been kind of down in quality lately.
I mean, they have an open world style game like that. It just doesn't have guns in it. So I mean, basically,
the differentiating factors is definitely the guns. That's the one thing I'm like, eh.
Well, no, what I'm trying to say is that even when they went open world, Nintendo and Game Freak kind of fumbled the ball, I heard, in terms of gameplay.
Well, it's also you can build your base out, kind of like Conan Exiles.
Aren't all Pokemon games, to be honest, open world-ish?
No. I mean...
Well, in terms of top-down, but you're referring to the fact that the one from the Switch was like a quote-unquote more realized, but...
Arceus was the truest, and the Scarlet and Violet, I guess, are the most true open-world, Pokemon games.
Technically, if you want to count Link Between Worlds, that's technically a quote-unquote open world game, even though it's top-down view.
I'm just still waiting for Nintendo to get this shit together. They make a Skyrim level size game where it's just Pokemon. You walk up, you see an enemy, cool, or a random Pokemon. You throw your Pokeball out. You take control of your Pokemon. Fight in the brawl games.
That's kind of what Power World's doing, and yet Nintendo's mad. Oh, that's probably the real reason why they're trying to sue. It's not because of the gun. It's not because it's Pokemon adjacent, similar to other ripoffs, unintentional ripoffs. It's the fact that they're doing what Nintendo hasn't done yet.
That's true. I mean, it's kind of like whenever man,
I don't know the first-hand gameplay, but from what I've seen, it's basically what you just described.
It's
Parker. Our friend here, who I had on panel last week, has a question to ask.
Okay, is this referring to you?
Well,
hey, it's me in HD. Will we finally get a new DK game with the Switch too? I hope so, because I think Tropical Freeze is the last one, right?
Yeah.
You know what's weird? They took 5 years to. Here's the thing: if they wanted both Returns and Tropical Freeze to have ports, why didn't they just both come out at the same time? That's kind of confusing.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Parker.
They should have done a double thing, kind of like what they did with the Mario 64 and Sunshine and Galaxy type of deal,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those games are still good, but the fact is that people be like, why are we getting Returns port instead of a new Donkey Kong game?
Do we know when the Switch 2 is actually coming out?
We don't even know what's going to be called. It's not. I'm not sure if it's going to be necessarily called the Switch 2, but it will be a successor to the Switch.
Most consoles tend to come out around Christmas time, so we probably won't see it until this time next year. Just because it's like
it's not going to get announced until next year. It's not going to get announced this year. I doubt it.
So you're telling me there's a potential that we get the Switch 2 and GTA 6 in the same year? I'm all about it.
GTA 6 ain't going to come out until like 2050 if we go by Super Mario Logan vibes.
Oh, yeah, like they says, I think it's confirmed for the next year.
Hey, if you guys have time,
it's not till the end of the year. Yeah.
If you heard of Super Mario Logan, you need to check out the video where they parody GTA 6. It's where they try to keep time travel into the future, and eventually when they make it to a point where it's actually released, it's like way too difficult to get the game because you gotta, it's a parody on micro things. You know what I mean?
Most people want it to be called
Super Switch. That's what your grandma used to tell you to go grab before she whooped your ass, man. So grab me that Super Switch.
Back and have to choose the right branch.
I'm gonna whip your ass if you don't get that game. Get that GTA.
Oh my god.
Honestly, they should call it the Switch Ultimate or something like that. Just go really fun with it.
Hey, as long as they don't repeat a Wii U situation, I think we should be good.
I forgot about that console, honestly.
What's the weird thing is that the Wii U wasn't bad. The problem is that it looked like it was a game system meant to be portable and home at the same time, but it wasn't. That basically was a beta or an alpha version of the Switch. Basically, that's what it was.
That thing always looked kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch, like a Patek.
The one problem I have with the Switch is
that all the games were just rehashes of the Wii games.
Mm-hmm.
They should have had a stylus for the Switch. That's the one problem I have for the Switch.
The old DS is like the 3DS had a stylus.
It really is harder to play Super Mario Maker on the Switch than the Wii U. That's kind of ironic.
Doesn't it have one in the controller?
No, I'm trying to tell you is that Mario Maker 2 on the Switch, because the Switch does not have a stylus from what I could, literally, I don't even think you can buy it separately.
Yeah.
But the Wii U had a stylus similar to the 3DS.
So it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just waiting for
that. Sorry if I've been
virtual world.
I had a lot of questions on my mind.
It's me living inside of my Oculus and it's never coming out.
I'm still kind of new to being with talking to a lot of people, and I'm still new to this live stream stuff.
HD.
Hey, it's me, HD. I saw a Swallow mini doc on how to launch the original DK killed all the momentum they had that year. The surprise launch of DK blew everyone away. Oh, I did not know that.
You're referring to the first Donkey Kong Country?
That's what he said. DK original. It was because
Donkey Kong Country original.
It's because we talked about it before with the 3D rendering. Like that new upgrade to basically it was the first time they did that. So it was brand new to gaming, and it was like, holy shit, this is new. Brought a whole new level to side scrolling. It was the shit at the time. That's the only way to put it.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys ever thought about tried making your own video games before, like everyone's had that thought in their heads.
Of course, I got a couple friends that they went to school up at DigiPen, if you know where that is. It's in Seattle. It's where you go. Go up there.
I have to research more, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have a couple friends that go to school up there, and they're working on their own games right now.
Man, my mind is so creative, and yet I don't have the resources to do any of them. You know what I mean?
You got a computer, man. That's all the resources you need.
Yeah. Unreal Engine, you don't have to pay
alone. It's
right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking that
all the tutorials you need are right here on YouTube.
That's right. I got all the I need to. It's just the problem is a lot of those videos are very long, and you gotta have a lot of time to watch the videos,
I mean, you always do it piece by piece. You don't do it in one sit.
I don't literally have to do it all in one sitting.
That's what I'm doing with like learning all the OBS and how to transfer videos and do like I'm slightly adding a little bit more to my stuff and trying to get my sound better. Like tomorrow I get a brand new microphone. I'm hoping that's going to up the quality a little bit. So
if you were to make your own game, what genre would it be?
Action.
Probably fantasy.
I would either do
probably a JRPG. Those are my favorite games.
I would either do a fantasy type open world game, or I would probably do a first-person horror game. That's what I would do.
Now, you know, it's funny. One of my favorite games of all time, and this favorite series is called Disgaea or Disgaea, however you want to pronounce it. You ever heard of it?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, it's like it's almost like chess but on crack, like because all your characters like all have different abilities and only have a set amount of moves.
Yeah. And, okay. I do know what you're talking about. I never played it though. I've always seen like videos. I'm like, what? I'm always curious. I'm like, what the hell?
It takes a while to get it down, but man, once you get it down, it's a lot of fun.
Who here is familiar with Shadow of the Colossus? I know Sargent isn't.
I played it.
When it first came out years ago. What, like 20 years ago now at this point? So
the remaster did extremely well on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me want Blue Point to remaster Ico at some point.
If you guys have any game remastered properly, not like the GTA Definitive Edition, which one would you want?
Oh yeah,
well, you mean like almost Resident Evil style, like where it's actually done properly?
Actually done proper, where you're like, wow, they actually took their time and effort and did not rush this.
It's like a one-for-one remake, but actually better
other
graphics.
remasters. Dead Rising.
Anyway,
actually, that game has more problems than performance. I hear. More problems.
I would take a Final Fantasy X remaster, a proper remaster, like improved graphics, improved gameplay.
Yeah. There's a lot.
For me, it'd be Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem on GameCube. Have you never played it? It's like the most fun game I've ever played, man. Because
I wonder if
the game used to mess with you. You could do an insanity mode to where when things hit you, your insanity meter goes up. And then things in the game happen. Like you'll go into a door and your head just falls off. And you're just like, what the hell's going on? And my favorite one that it would do is it would give you like a screen and it would tell you that your game system died and you have to restart it. And so you'd go to hit it. And by the time you got up to hit the button, it would go back to normal. And it was like,
that is,
it would mess with you.
That's crazy.
It's like, what was that character? Is it in Metal Gear Solid, the Psycho character that literally would like make you have to unplug your controller and switch ports because it would mess
you go into player 2 the player 2 port, and that's how you got around it. That was like Psycho Wolf or something.
So crazy that games have that level of
but they had to make it interesting, you know. They only had so much to do.
Was it something that was required to go forward? Was it just an optional thing?
For that one, I think that was the only way to beat it. Was like, you had to figure that out.
It was a
Wait,
boss.
so someone has to have a second thing, or else they're screwed.
No. You just switch the ports. Like on the old PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 1, you had 2 ports for both controllers. You would actually have to unplug your controller, switch it over. And I think there's also you had to use your memory card. You had to unplug your memory card as well. And it was like literally all these things are combined just to make it annoying.
It was pretty messed up. It took people forever to figure it out.
Yeah,
I like your Spider-Man thing.
I lived like a mile away from a 7-Eleven at the time, and I remember just having to ride my bike up and down this hill just to go and look at the Tips and Tricks magazine to figure some of this shit out.
Hey, I like your Spider-Man poster.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah.
Is it a poster or is
HD, Parker. Yeah. HD's got another question. Why do you think Nintendo games are Why do you think Nintendo has ignored Donkey Kong lately? He's asking.
That's a very good question.
He's not PC anymore. That's why. He's too real.
Yeah. He's like Pepe Le Pew. He's out of date.
I think it's because Tropical Freeze didn't sell that well. So it's kind of...
Yeah, well, wait, are you talking about the version that was on the Wii U? Because I can understand that, but the Switch version I heard wasn't that bad of a success.
Well, I mean, the game itself is fine, but it's like when they don't sell that well, it's same with like the newest Metro game, Metro Dread or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it's a great game. It's awesome, but it just didn't sell well. That's why they're not doing like a Samus movie and stuff. There's not enough hype.
You're saying that the Switch version of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze didn't do well too?
I don't believe it did. I mean, I didn't hear people talking about it.
I mean, like if you're referring to the Wii U version, that version didn't do well, obviously, but.
Do you think?
But it's like it's also if you already have that version, and some people don't have the Switch or whatever, and it's like, I'll just play the old thing. Who cares? Like, is it that?
Okay.
It's a side-scrolling game. Is it really going to be that much better graphics or something? You know?
Exactly.
I don't remember it playing very awful. It still played fine on the old one.
Yeah, this is a picture. This ain't like a video, right?
Right. It's just a picture. Got to make sure.
Yeah, and I gotta say that the Donkey Kong Country games have really good posters. You know.
Yeah, they do. They really do, Parker. And this
we need to do a new Diddy Kong Racing. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, question is, would it be able to have Conker and Banjo in it?
No idea.
The reason? Do you guys think the reason why Nintendo hasn't pushed forward with more Donkey Kong games, just like Sci-Fi says, like sales is a big factor into this.
Yeah.
Also, they have Pokemon, they have Super Mario, or just Mario in general, and they also have Zelda all under their belt. Why waste time on a thing that may not be a sure thing when you have, if you launch a new Zelda game in 2030, people will start pre-ordering that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mario games always sell. Like, why put yourself into financial risk?
Pokemon, any Mario game. If you have a Switch, I mean, probably 90% of the stuff on there is some type of Mario spinoff or Mario game in general.
Yeah,
so it's like, that's a flagship thing.
Technically, Banjo-Kazooie is more relevant than Donkey Kong, and that series hasn't had games in a while.
Yeah, Donkey Kong
people probably remember it a lot better than it used to play, though. If I remember,
I heard the last Banjo game didn't do well because it was a racing game. That was the big mistake that Rare made when they switched over to Microsoft, and they haven't made a game for Banjo-Kazooie since.
Well, that's
like it was called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Like literally, like you go from Banjo and Banjo-Tooie to Banjo Nuts and Bolts, and that game is literally just a racing game.
Do you guys kind of miss the old times, whatever, like the games and all that, where there's literally like a play and puns on their names of the characters? Like you just said Banjo-Kazooie, wherever it was.
Oh, it's Banjo-Kazooie is the first one, and then the second game is Banjo-Tooie.
Exactly. They played it up. Do you think we've lost that? We lost that creativity to have fun little puns in our names?
Technically, there's a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie called Ukulele.
Ukulele.
Oh yeah, there's that one. That one's out there too.
Ukulele. They basically just stole the DK song. That game has only two. That series has only two games: Ukulele, and then I don't remember the second game's name, but it wasn't like a play on words. But it was like Anyway.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Anyway, all right. What else are we looking up? Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
This was the This actually was the debut of Conker and Banjo in video games.
Yeah.
This was back when Conker was family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't know what Conker is rated M for mature.
Huh.
I mean, Gex the Gecko was pretty R-rated too for its time. Like,
wait, Gex the what? What are you talking about?
It's like Gex the Gecko in in what was it, PlayStation 1 or whatever it was called.
Wait, was that game a rated M game or rated T for teen? What are you talking about?
No, it was a regular. It was like a teen game, but it was like it had a lot of
T for teen can get away. T for teen is basically kind of like PG-13, where not all PG-13 is necessarily appropriate for kids. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, it had a ton of different references.
Have you heard of the movie Drag Me to Hell? That PG-13 is PG-13 in name only.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised that the first Alien vs. Predator got away with a PG-13. Yeah, even though the problem with that movie is it's PG-13, like it's still a good movie because they actually pushed the rating, which is kind of weird.
Do you guys know that the spiritual sequel to Drag Me to Hell was The Marvels?
Oh yeah, I hear what.
Connection there.
Yeah,
pretty obvious.
You see it there. You don't. You it's like, oh my god! Once your eyes open, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, and then the third movie was I Saw the Devil,
bad for Sam Raimi having to do that terrible Doctor Strange sequel that was basically just WandaVision season 2. Why did Sam Raimi do that for Marvel? Why? Was it just a paycheck?
Probably.
To be fair, though, if I was in this,
really hope the rumors aren't true. They're going to
sell
force
out for
him
a
to
couple
make
$100 million.
Doctor Strange 3. Like it's just going to be the same thing as Multiverse Madness, where he has no creative freedom.
Yeah,
he needs to go back to indie because the last true movies he had control over was Drag Me to Hell and that Wizard of Oz movie.
The Great Wizard of Oz with James Franco.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. He's like, he's a wizard of potions and magic, and after his acting school, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but that was actually people.
You'll go to a dreamland.
Isn't really that bad. It's kind of underrated.
Bill Cosby's actually our potions master here.
Oh yeah. Now one of these here you see makes go.
It's a weird version of Harry Potter. It's a weird version of Harry Potter, but it works.
It is worse for some reason. Like the characters is really relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now one of these here has the high
dark arts to be taught by Harvey Weinstein.
Has the sleepy vibe with your mouth open. Have you seen that clip of Family Guy? That's funny. It was like where Stewie was in a quote unquote remake for Princess Bride. Yeah. It was a
Frost Frank even mentioned the robot camels thing from Family Guy as well. You know.
Wait, there's robot camels. Wait, I'm trying to remember what do you mean by robot camels?
Oh, Frost Frank brought it up when I had Sci-Fax with.
Oh yeah. This is what I was just talking about. Nerdrex says it best.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that Disney is so controlled over, like, similar to Sony with Spider-Man projects. Like, literally, there is almost zero creative freedom. It's just go by the algorithm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, algorithms.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of formulaic movies. I just want, Yeah,
I know what you mean, Parker. What we saw them do to the Mandarin from Iron Man 3 is a good example to why you believe that
I hated that. I know they were trying to make it a joke, but like, again, that's disrespectful. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Like, if you wanted seriously, that movie was set up. That movie was not set up as a comedy. It was set up as a serious movie.
Yeah,
that's actually when the MCU truly was starting its downfall, when it relied too much on humor.
Yeah. Iron Man 3 was definitely the precursor that started it all.
Even though I got my problems with Iron Man 2, like everyone else, at least it's had some more seriousness to it.
Yeah.
My problem with that movie is less to do with what problems that Iron Man 3 has, more of Jon Favreau had to rush that movie because Disney wouldn't let. Not Disney. That was before Paramount, but that was when Paramount owned Marvel.
Yeah, that's true. Studios don't always give you enough space at creative freedom these days after doing
he just needed more time. There was actually they were actually going to commit to the whole idea that his father wasn't how similar like Bruce Wayne's parents and some adaptations of Batman aren't exactly squeaky clean people, you know.
Right.
We're actually going to commit to that. But then they just say, oh, no, he was trying to stop selling off the black market stuff. They actually contradict what they said in that movie.
All right, guys. I'm actually going to have to wrap it up. I need to do some editing. But thank you so much for having us.
It's nice seeing you.
It's great chatting to everyone here. Sci-Fax, Giratina, and Parker. It's great talking to you guys.
Yeah. You guys do something on Thursday and you need a guest, let me know, man, since you guys are back.
Yeah.
We're still playing catch up at this point, and it's so you don't realize how much of a week destroys your rest of your weeks. And you're just like, man, it is the chicken crossing the road kind of situation. But guys, thank you so much for having
second stream. So what do you think of how have I been doing with this is my second stream as a
Sorry, I was just getting a drink there.
Yeah. It's All three Dewey's had to leave, unfortunately.
Oh, they got a few more minutes as well, but
the stream ain't gonna last. I don't think. Yeah, I hope we haven't wasted too much time.
Yeah, we went over pretty much all the Donkey Kong stuff.
Yeah, that's why we're just rambling on stuff.
Yep.
Have you heard those rumors that Ryan Reynolds is secretly working with Ike Perlmutter to threaten to buy Marvel from Disney if Disney continues going down the path of not changing Marvel and stuff? You know.
No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, again, I don't know how legitimate they are, but yeah, there's been recent videos apparently that Ryan Reynolds is having some conflicts with Kevin Feige behind the scenes and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and especially Bob Iger. Bob Iger is whoo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
All right, Sergeant. Anyway. I got to get on out of here too.
Oh, that's okay.
Got a few more things to go do. I got to go grab dinner and shit. So
we can end the stream.
Yeah, man. Hey, good to talk to you. Good to talk to you, Mr. P, right?
Yeah, it's Mr. P.
Right on, man. And I'll catch you guys with the next couple.
See you later, Slifax.
Either on Thursday, and I'll be doing some videos soon. I'm waiting for my new mic. I want to test it out before I do some videos and waste the audio.
Good luck with that.
Check them out.
I just got mine too.
You guys have a good one. Peace.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay.
Yeah, and thanks for coming to fill in, Parkers, because I had another. Yeah, I had another person that was willing to join us tonight, but for some reason he didn't get the.
Yeah, I didn't plan on doing this. The thing is, though, is that I had my anytime I get done and use my computer, I'll just put it up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. I hope. Yeah, I know. I have a habit of apologizing and stuff. You know, even though I don't need to apologize for talking do you have ADHD too or no?
Actually. What do you mean?
I have ADHD.
Well, I do. To be honest, truly I do. But I'm able to control it better though, because I'm more cautious. I'm much more cautious.
Though is that I can be controlling of my thing. It's just but I'm not saying anything bad or anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, how much longer is this stream going to be?
Well, we're kind of wrapping up now because I think
got it. It's not. Thank you for having me on here.
You're welcome. Yeah. Take care now.
Yeah. I have to talk to you later.
Yep. Take care. And that will be it for tonight, folks. Wish we could continue more, but some of us have other things to do, like work tomorrow as well. Anyway, I am looking forward to hold my DualShock and Cyfax come join us again too for the next couple of weeks, as I promised. Just gotta hope I don't get any copyright strikes and that this video lasts quite long. It's been quite a treasure tonight. Going back in time to check out some of the previous games to see what makes Donkey Kong so great. Well, take care now, guys. I'm afraid we have to close shop now. But thank you for tuning in. Peace out.